Hello Pythonistas, welcome to Pythonista Geek channel. So today we are going to see about a module called as Datetime Module in Python. So as of now we are very much aware that there is no built-in data type available in Python to deal with dates and times. So there is a module which is specifically mentioned in Python for making this operations in date and time, and this module is very easy and very important friends to if you want to deal something in a very real time project. This date and time module will be very useful. Okay, now coming to this module. So in order to import this date time module, as usual we should write import date time so that we can use this module in future purpose. Now coming to the main thing, there are 6 different classes available inside this datetime module. They are datetime, date, time delta, TZ info and time zones. All these 6 main classes are very much useful and it is very much specific to whatever we need. So we can see one class at a time and we can try to understand what are they actually doing. So coming to the date module, time module, datetime module. So as the name specifies, date module is nothing but it is going to mention only about the date, time will mention only about the time, date time will mention both date and time. So as we all know, we will be discussing more of both date and time. So first we can have a clear idea of this both date and time module. So this datetime module consists of a class and we can have year, month, day, hours, minutes, seconds, microseconds and the time zone information. Okay. So these are all the constructors which are available and with these parameters with this datetime module. So yeah, let us fastly go and try to write something. So this is datetime is a class inside our datetime module. So if we want to import this particular class, we should write as from datetime. I am importing only the datetime module. So I am importing a class called as datetime from this datetime module. This is what this line means. Now, if I want to find what is today's date and time, that is, what is the time now, what is the date now, how can we do that is, I will just write a variable called as today is equal to datetime dot datetime. Okay, since we have imported datetime module alone, we can call that datetime and we can have this now. So if I am having this now, this today will have the present date and time. So let us just print and see this. Yeah, now I am going to run and see this program. Can you see this is the present date and time? You can also check with my system. So it is 7th of February and the time is 14:26:24. It is also showing the milliseconds. Just imagine if you want 1 liter date, then what you can do is you can just write dot date day. Okay. So this dot day, what it will print? Let us run and see. It will print that today is 7th. So it is printing 7th because the date today is 7. If you want the month alone, then I can just write month. It will print the month alone. And if you want the year alone, you can just write year and it will print the year alone. So likewise, we can also get each and every thing separately with this help of datetime module and with this help of this particular variable called as day today, and it is a variable which is available in that class which will print that particular value. So this is how this datetime is going to work, friends. It is going to have both date and time together. Now if I want to print the maybe hour, so I will just write hour and this will print the current hour alone. Yeah, can you see 14? So like this we can play with both date and time. So this is the main objective of this datetime module. Now let us check with the module called as date alone. So this module called as date, what it does is you can also get today's date with the help of date.now. And yeah, so I am writing date.now, and now what I am doing, I am just writing today. Now if I run and see this program, oops, it showed an error because now is available only in datetime module. If you want to get today's date alone with the date module, you are going to write today, because now includes the time also, right, now at this particular second, so that is not available in our date module. So let us run and see. Can you see today's date is actually printed? So like this we can use this date, and we can also use the time the same way. So time, we cannot find the correct approximate time of that particular second, so we cannot use the time module for finding what is today's time. So instead of that, if you want to explicitly say some time so that we can check whether is that time is available or not, then you can write something as time dot time, and here I will write the parameters to be first to be hour, so maybe 7 hours, 35 minutes and 20 seconds. If I am trying to write this particular time in my time period, then if I run and see this program, can you see it has become in the format of my time. So like this we can use this time. The same way we can use the date and date time also to explicitly mention some particular variable. For example, if I am writing date, and here if I write date, and yeah, so our date format should be, the first one will be maybe 20th of seventh month of 2050. So if I want this particular thing to be available for me, then let me run and see this program. Oops, it is showing day is out of range. Okay, so I think the parameters should be like, the first parameter is going to be the year, so I will write 2050. The second parameter will be my month, so I will write 7. So month should be only in integers without the zero prefixing, so keep in mind that one. And my third parameter will be my day. So if I write like this, then it will work. So we need to be very much clear about the parameters and the way we are going to write a specific date or time. So this is how it works, friends. I can also do the same for date time also. I will write date time. Yeah, let me run and show you this particular thing also. Yeah, so since we did not give her any time, it is printing 000000. So this is how date time module works. And yeah, what about the time delta? If I want to understand what is time delta, it is nothing but to predict a date in future or in past, we can use this time delta. So I will write this time delta. I am importing time delta also. So now I am writing today is equal to datetime.now. So datetime.now will print me today's date and time, correct? So I am printing today. If I want a time delta of 5 years, no, 5 days, then what can I do? Then I can write as time delta is equal to time delta, and inside that I will write days is equal to 5. So I have created a time delta of 5 years. Now if I just try to print today plus time delta, let us see what happens. I am running this program. Can you see today is 7th and 5 days after 7th will be 12th. It is printing me correctly. I can also subtract this so that we can go to the past. Now let me run and show you. Can you see today is 7th and 5 days before is 2. So this is how we can play with the days and times with the help of time delta. So now if I want to know how much days are in between 2 days, so here we have used this time delta, right? I will just, instead of printing, save in a variable called as previous day is equal to, I am saving this today minus time delta. Now if I want the answer 5 to be printed, then what I will do, I will just write as print previous day minus what is today. So if I write previous day minus today and try to run and show this program, can you see it is minus 5 days? I think you can understand this. It is just like if we deal with two particular date functions, if we do all the operations like plus and minus, it will give you the answer in time delta, and if you're using time delta and then a day, it will give you the future or the past predicted days. This is how time delta works, and we can create many beautiful programs with the help of this time delta. I think now you understood this time delta. Now coming to some of the built-in functions available. So what are the data types of these date time? So now let me just try to print the type of this today. So is it a string? Are we doing all these strings with a string? No, it is a date time object. So if you want to the user to manipulate something, then it is better to make it as a string, correct? So to convert something into a string, we are going to use something called as strf and time. strf time will convert some date time module into a string, and these are all the methods available to make this string in a very pleasant manner. So if we are trying to print today alone, then the whole thing is printed. If I want the weekday alone, then I can just put percentage %a. Small a will give you the short weekday, the big B will give you the month, and small b will give you the short version of the month, and capital letter C will give you the century, what century we are living in, and small letter c will give you the local version of the time available, and small letter D will give you the date, month, M will give you the month, and Y will give you the year. The same way, capital letter Y for full year and the small letter y for shorter version. Now, capital letter H will give you 24-hour format of hours, and capital letter I will give you 12-hour format. And if you want to know if it is AM or PM, you can use this percentage %P. And M will give you the minutes, S will give you the seconds. So these are all the small formats which we can use with the help of this string conversion, and I hope this is very useful, and no need to worry. You don't need to memorize all these things because all these things are already available with us in our Instagram page. So you can just go through all these things, and if you have any doubt, you can always feel free to ask me. Bye bye.